Kraven, the Hunter is the Aaron Taylor Johnson and Russell Crowe mega blockbuster train wreck. Where they show the world you can do amazing things being a hunter, while the storyline has plenty plot holes just like Swiss cheese. We will dive into the movie review of Kraven the Hunter, where this movie is so bad, Matter well lost her spidey senses.
Nothing I didn't already know.
When the man comes around.
Directed by J.C. Chandler, the cast of the movie are as follows: Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven, Ariana DeBose as Calypso, and Russell Crowe as Nikolai. The movie starts off as Kraven taking a pit stop in Russia, taking a leak in negative 20 degrees weather. Then he goes to prison, being greeted like a boss for an unknown reason.
The greatest the world has ever known.
A few minutes later, he's minding his own business, lifting his weight, when these two idiots decide to bother him for no reason. He eventually roughed them up and then roughed the boss up because they did not like none of his movies. As a result, he escapes out of prison and completed his goal. Now, we go back in time 16 years ago, like the Ninja Turtles, where Kraven and his brother are picked up by their dad at school. He tells them their mom is dead and she is weak, then proceeds to go hunting just like that. So your wife died and you just brush it off like it's nothing? Man, you are one cold son of a. This is Calypso. She was with her grandma at the time playing with tarot cards. Her grandma gave her a special potion that could save someone's life and give them great power. Now, where did I hear that before?
With great power comes great responsibility.
So Kraven, Nikolai, his brother, and friends goes hunting, but Kraven gets eaten up by a lion and dragged out like a piece of meat. Calypso wanders off in the woods, sees Kraven nearly die, and gave him the special potion.
What happened that day?
I guess this is how he becomes Kraven the Hunter. After waking up from the hospital, Nikolai asks him why did he not shoot the lion, but then proceeds to have a one-on-one conversation with him, talking about being weak in life.
If you show weakness, you will give our enemies an opening.
The conversation did not go so well that Kraven decides to leave home and find a new home in the wilderness. In the wilderness, he learned his new skills such as super strength, speed, endurance, reflexes, and he even learned how to hunt for food until a couple idiots trespassed on his property. These idiots were killing animals by taking their horn for unknown reasons. Kraven teaches him a lesson. Now fast forward to the past, just like the Ninja Turtles. Kraven is all grown up and sees more idiots.
There's 6 of us and only 1 of you.
There's 6 of you now.
Trespassing, killing animals again to take their horns, and he teaches them a lesson. But this time he chases his guy all the way down to the office, asking why did they take their horns. Calypso meets Kraven at the funeral due to injustice to her friend, and Kraven wants to thank her for saving his life years ago. He proposed a plan to take down the bad guys, but she wants to think about it.
You're a goddamn lunatic.
Because she is a lawyer. This is Rhino. He wants the respect of Nikolai, but never gets it because he's corny. He tries to intimidate people by changing to a Rhino to get what he wants.
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
He has a plan to kidnap Kraven's brother to establish power and of course take his money. Rhino's plan succeeded after Kraven's brother's birthday party, which Rhino comes in with his men to kill Nikolai.
A gangster?
Which Raven questions his dad why they are doing it.
You don't get to do that to me anymore.
Nikolai did not want to give up his power or choose to do anything. Well, almost didn't do anything. So Kraven decides to chase after them on land
They are prey.
and sea.
For a trophy. Let him be righteous still.
Unfortunately, he could not catch up with them and they got away. Meanwhile, Rhino finds out that the hunter is Kraven due to the incident that happened earlier in the movie. So Kraven asks Calypso for help to find them where she did, and they head to some place in the middle of nowhere. The problem is it was a setup because Rhino knew all along about it,
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
with deep connections. Kraven goes to the castle and does Kraven things, which is take out the bad guys in the hallway, but he failed to find his brother. This guy has a weird ability of counting 1, 2, 3 before he take out his opponents.
Check 1, 2.
I guess he's supposed to be a Quicksilver or something. So the movie decides to take us back to the hallway where we already did this. But this time, Quicksilver stopped time or something and joined forces with Rhino. This wannabe Quicksilver had a plan to neutralize Raven by using a tranquilizer to find his deepest fears. What's Kraven's deepest fears? It's the same creature that bit Peter Parker at Madame Web. In another scene, Kraven and Calypso getting ready for war with Rhino and the crew, but they was talking about how to find a medicine that kept Kraven alive. But unfortunately for that, Calypso's grandma has passed away. So Rhino and the bad guys trying to get to Kraven in the woods, but Kraven was running like an idiot.
When the man comes.
Then started to toy with them and taking them down one by one. All of a sudden, the wannabe Quicksilver succeeded with the tranquilized Kraven, had him seeing fears all over the place, while the fake wannabe Quicksilver was slowing down time, beating him senseless, until Calypso comes up from nowhere and saves the day like she's Kate Bishop.
Not Kate Bishop.
Then it's the final showdown between Kraven and Rhino, where Rhino beat him senseless again until Raven luckily found his weakness, and that was it.
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
But not before Rhino revealed his secret to Kraven. Remember the part I mentioned that Nikolai did almost nothing earlier? Well, he was the one that sent the video to Rhino of him breaking out of prison. The reason Nikolai did this because he was too much of a coward to take down Rhino himself after all that talk about showing weakness.
If you show weakness, you will give our enemies an opening.
So they had a father-son moment until Kraven left his father out to drive in the middle of the woods alone for his demise. You would think this would be over, but it's get even weirder. Kraven's brother, who was scary most of the time in the movie, has the ability to shift shape like a chameleon, which is perfect way to bring up in the end of a garbage movie.
It changes colors, like the chameleon.
Kraven goes back to his dad's house, dressed in a fur outfit that killed a poor innocent bear or fox, sat down, and his train wreck ends.
It is over! It is over!
This movie is flat out garbage. There were only 3 bright spots in this movie. The first is Kraven. Aaron Taylor Johnson did a good job playing Kraven. He appears to fit the role of a hunter who was seeking justice for his brother. The second bright spot is Russell Crowe. He was by far the best actor in the movie and proved to be one cold-blooded son of The last bright spot of the movie is the end credits. This movie could not end quick enough. This movie is all over the place. You have seen that bounces from prison to woods to castle to woods to prison to woods that was redundant all over. You have villains that was flat out boring. Whoever made the design of Rhino needs to be fired. That wardrobe was god awful. The wannabe Quicksilver was easy to kill. Calypso was just in the movie just to be there. Once she gave him the magic potion, she was basically irrelevant. Kraven's brothers was too much of a chicken to do much of anything. Then you add a character at the end that we never heard of, which is perfectly reason to add it in a movie with no explanation how he ended up like that and why. They should have gotten more in depth of Kraven's character, and it felt like it was rushed. They add a bunch of action scenes to compensate the lack of clarity in this movie. I am giving this god-awful movie 5 stars, which is the worst score than I gave Madam Web. If you're going to see this garbage, you go in at your own risk. If you want to see more upcoming movie reviews on my channel, press the like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next movie review.
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
Because you suck!